Hey. Hey, my people. Hey. We get it together, man. Welcome to E-Mac channel, man. E-Mac's a great one, man. You feel me? We getting it together, man. We over here, man. Put it together, man. You feel me? Hope everybody had a good day, great day, man. You feel me? Took care of the kids, man. You feel me? God is good. God is great. You feel me? Y'all see the thumbnail, man. We over here, man. Trying to get it together. We trying to figure out what's going on with Diddy and Jay-Z now, man. We trying to figure it out, man. What's really going on with these people, man? Because obviously they can't see straight. And we going to be able to see straight for them, man. So we going to tune in, man. If you ain't in, man, you feel me? Like, subscribe, man. And share the channel, man. You feel me? And we will dive deep up into this shit, man, right now. Right now. On beat. Get on. Okay, man, this right here, man. This Ellie Carter, man. She the game, man. You feel me? And said something, man. And we finna get on into it, man. You feel me? Shout out to Night and Day Talk Media, man. Live on YouTube, man. Tap in, man.
Listen up. If you've been injured in a recent...
The plane crash that killed a rising star in the world of music and film. Reaction today after Aaliyah and 8 others when their plane went down.
Once it came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene.
I mean, I wasn't there. You know, I ain't have nothing to do with it.
Was Aaliyah's death really an accident? Or was it part of a much bigger, darker web involving Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and even R. Kelly?
And remember all the stories of how controlling he was on the tour? Do you remember some of those stories? How, well, yeah. When R. Kelly come through the hall, people had to like turn away and all this crazy shit. Nobody could be in the hall when him and his people walk.
New footage has surfaced, and it's sending shockwaves through the industry, raising questions that have remained buried for over 2 decades.
No, it don't bother me. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But what's in this footage? Why is Jay-Z under scrutiny? And how does it connect to the tangled relationships Aaliyah had with some of music's most powerful men?
What is the deal with you and R. Kelly? Are you all married or not?
No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, great artist who I do admire, and there's nothing left in that at all.
Could her tragic end have been avoided? Or was someone trying to pave the way for a new star?
She was our age, and it's just scary because that could have been any one of us. And she was an angel, and I know that now she's with God.
Aaliyah Dana Houghton, a rising star in the R&B world, lost her life in a tragic plane crash on August 25th, 2001, while leaving the Bahamas. But was her death truly a case of unfortunate circumstances, or is there more beneath the surface? In the hours following the crash, whispers began to surface. Whispers about overloaded cargo, rushed decisions, and unexplained pressure to leave. Is how her death ties back to a brewing storm between Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and R. Kelly. A storm that might have placed Aaliyah right in the middle of danger.
How does a 14-year-old girl get married and no adult in the family knew? Unless, I'm just saying.
Why did her relationships with these powerful men carry such tension? How does the new footage play into the narrative? And why is Jay-Z being dragged into the spotlight years later? You see, various details regarding the case have emerged in recent years that point to the foul play. Many fans now demand that the investigation should be reopened to give Aaliyah her due justice. The princess of urban pop was a music icon who made waves from an early age. Her career kicked off when she was just 10 years old. And by the time she released her debut hit Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, she was already on her way to stardom. Her smooth vocals, magnetic stage presence, and ability to blend R&B with urban beats made her a standout. But tragically, on August 25th, 2001, the world lost Aaliyah far too soon, along with all the promise and talent she carried.
At only 22 years old, this pop sensation was a popular singer. She was an actress in some movies recently, even a Grammy nominee. Tonight, her family is in mourning, fans asking, why her? She was on a small plane heading to Florida from the Bahamas, where she was shooting a music video.
The news of her death sent shockwaves through the industry. Friends, collaborators, and fans alike were heartbroken, struggling to come to terms with the fact that someone so gifted was gone so suddenly.
Sweetest person you can know, very intelligent. She knew what she was about and she knew what she wanted to do.
Aaliyah was my best friend. She was a beautiful person on the inside and out. And I'm just shocked.
But as details of the accident came out, it became clear this wasn't just a straightforward tragedy. The circumstances were unusual, even suspicious. The plane went down shortly after takeoff in what should have been perfect flying conditions. Investigators later revealed that all 6 people on board were found to be under the influence, and reports suggested Aaliyah herself might have been drugged. As more layers of the story unfolded, suspicions grew. One name repeatedly came up in connection to Aaliyah's final moments: Hype Williams, the director of her last music video, Rock the Boat. Originally, the video was planned to use green screens and underwater shots in Miami, but Williams made a sudden decision to move the shoot to the Bahamas. Why such a drastic change in plans? Why not stick to Miami's beaches, which would have been just as scenic and far more convenient? Fans have been asking the same questions. Many believe this move wasn't just random, but part of something more calculated. Even those closest to Aaliyah have raised concerns. Her fiancé at the time, Damon Dash, spoke about her unease with the flight in an interview. He shared a chilling detail about her reluctance to board the plane that would ultimately crash. Dash wasn't the only one to call out the suspicious circumstances. Aaliyah's fans, always loyal and protective of her legacy, dug deeper into what happened. Another unsettling claim: Lenny Kravitz had reportedly offered Aaliyah a private jet for the trip, but somehow Hype Williams ended up using that jet for himself. Aaliyah was left aboard the smaller, less safe plane that ultimately crashed. One fan summed up the frustration and heartbreak, writing, "Listen to an interview with Dame Dash. He said plane. Lenny Kravitz offered her a private jet to take instead. Hype Williams took the jet instead of her and had her take that little plane that ended up crashing. SMH. Now, in addition to all this, there are three names which have been constantly mentioned in relation to Aaliyah's demise: Beyonce, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly. For context, Aaliyah's journey to stardom began at just 15 years old when her debut album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, became a success. However, this milestone in her career was also the beginning of a troubling chapter in her life, tied to her relationship with R. Kelly. The two developed a bond during the creation of the album, and their connection sparked rumors that would follow Aaliyah for years to come. In a 1994 interview with Vibe magazine, Aaliyah played down the nature of her relationship with Kelly, describing it as rather close. She recounted casual outings like going to the movies or sharing meals, but denied any romantic involvement. When asked about rumors that the two had secretly married, Aaliyah dismissed the claims, calling the rumors mess and urging people not to believe them. Despite her attempts to keep things private, speculation only grew. Rumors swirled that Aaliyah and Kelly had secretly tied the knot without her parents' consent. These whispers turned into headlines when Vibe magazine published a copy of their marriage certificate. The document revealed that the couple had wed on August 31st, 1994 at the Sheraton Gateway Suites in Illinois. What made the revelation even more shocking was that Aaliyah was just 15 years old at the time, though the certificate falsely listed her age as 18. Meanwhile, Kelly was 27. The news sent shockwaves through the music industry and the public. Aaliyah's parents quickly stepped in, annulling the marriage in February 1995. Both Aaliyah and Kelly denied the marriage, claiming the certificate was a forgery, yet the damage was done. The controversy cast a shadow over Aaliyah's early career and became a defining scandal in Kelly's life. A 1994 article in Sister to Sister magazine added more fuel to the fire. In the piece, Kelly described his connection with Aaliyah as magic, while the article also alluded to rumors of an inappropriate relationship. Jamie Foster Brown, the writer, recounted scenes of Aaliyah in the studio surrounded by adult men, suggesting she wasn't prepared for the pressures of her environment. At 15, you have all those hormones and no brains attached to them, Brown remarked, emphasizing Aaliyah's vulnerability. Years later, Demetrius Smith Sr., Kelly's former tour manager, revealed even more disturbing details. In his 2011 book, The Man Behind the Man, Looking from the Inside Out, Smith confessed that Kelly married Aaliyah after she told him she was pregnant. He admitted to helping forge documents to make her appear 18, expressing regret for his role in the situation. By the time Aaliyah was older, she was determined to distance herself from the scandal. In a 1997 lawsuit, she admitted to lying about her age to obtain a marriage license and sought to have all records of the union expunged. She reiterated that, under Illinois law, she couldn't legally marry without her parents' consent. In interviews, Aaliyah became guarded whenever Kelly's name came up. She gave a firm no when asked if she was still in contact with him and avoided answering questions about their past.
What is the deal with you and R. Kelly? Are you all married or not?
No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, great artist who I do admire. And there's nothing left in that at all.
Christopher John Farley of Vibe magazine noted that Aaliyah often changed the subject when the topic of her marriage to Kelly arose. Even in private, Aaliyah avoided discussing the matter. Damon Dash, her boyfriend later in life, shared in a 2019 interview that she refused to talk about Kelly. All she would say was that Kelly was a bad man. Dash, who appeared in the documentary Surviving R. Kelly, Part 2, admitted he couldn't even watch the first installment due to how closely it paralleled Aaliyah's experience. The 2019 documentary Surviving R. Kelly brought Aaliyah's story back into the spotlight. Former backup dancer Javante Cunningham claimed to have witnessed Kelly engaging in inappropriate acts with Aaliyah on his tour bus. The series painted a grim picture of Kelly's behavior and the toxic power dynamics that marked his relationships. As more survivors came forward, legal consequences finally caught up with Kelly. In 2019, he was indicted on multiple charges, including SA, child exploitation, and racketeering. During his trial in 2021, Aaliyah's illegal marriage to Kelly became a focal point, underscoring the exploitation she faced at a young age. By September of that year, Kelly was convicted on 9 federal charges, including racketeering and child exploitation. In 2022, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison. While Kelly's crimes were exposed, other names in the industry also came under scrutiny. Damon Dash, co-founder of Rockefeller Records and Aaliyah's partner before her tragic death, has openly criticized his former business partner, Jay-Z, for working with Kelly. During an interview on the That's Effed Up podcast, Dash expressed frustration over Jay-Z's decision to collaborate with Kelly despite the allegations. Reflecting on Kelly's conviction, Dash said, "I think he's where he belongs," hinting that he had firsthand knowledge of how Kelly hurt Aaliyah.
Yeah, I think he's where he belongs. I mean, I know Aaliyah, so I know what he did. I can't be objective.
When asked if he ever confronted R. Kelly about how he treated Aaliyah, Damon Dash shared that Aaliyah herself had begged him to leave it alone completely. Even when they appeared in the same music video, she made sure there would be no confrontations or shared scenes with R. Kelly. But let's get into the tea. Damon was seriously uncomfortable when Jay-Z decided to collaborate with R. Kelly on The Best of Both Worlds. Imagine knowing the truth about R. Kelly and still moving forward with a whole album. Damon didn't want any part of it, saying, "I'm not there as an executive producer. Just don't put my name on that. I don't want no money from that. If it is, put it towards the Aaliyah Foundation." Now, what most people might be unaware of,
If you shop at Walmart, watch this. Immediately.
be unaware of was that Jay-Z and R. Kelly both had a liking to Aaliyah, and this probably caused some tension between them, particularly during the Best of Both Worlds tour. For context, the duo had once joined forces during the early to mid-2000s for 2 albums, The Best of Both Worlds in 2002 and the 2004 follow-up Unfinished Business. Their partnership, despite promising beginnings, turned sour during a co-headlining tour that quickly descended into chaos. You see, R. Kelly found himself feeling threatened by certain individuals in the crowd. Having already received threats prior to the performance, his anxiety heightened as he observed suspicious behavior among some attendees. The atmosphere grew tense, and R. Kelly's concern for his safety became a pressing issue. Despite his attempts to alert the security personnel, his concerns were unfortunately dismissed with a sense of unease and a lack of support. He took a moment to address the audience, expressing his apologies for having to abruptly depart the stage before making his exit. As if that wasn't enough, he was pepper sprayed by Tyron Ty Smith, a close friend of Jay-Z, on his way back to the stage. This incident marked the beginning of the end for their tumultuous relationship. Meanwhile, the disappointment and frustration were palpable, both for R. Kelly and his fans who were eagerly anticipating the performance. The incident is particularly shocking due to R. Kelly's belief that Jay-Z played a role in the threats against him. He perceived Jay-Z's actions as an attempt to harm him during the tour, although the exact motivations remain unclear. This unexpected turn of events caused a rift between the two artists, with Jay-Z reportedly expressing anger over R. Kelly's sudden departure. In the aftermath of the tour's collapse, legal battles ensued. R. Kelly filed a staggering $75 million lawsuit against his former tourmate, accusing him of breach of contract. This lawsuit not only reflected their deteriorating professional ties, but also hinted at the underlying tensions between the two artists. Meanwhile, Damon spilled that he was also interested in Aaliyah at one point. According to him, Aaliyah wasn't just some casual fling. She was a queen. He described how people in their circle were constantly pursuing her, saying, "Everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro. The big deal was, who could get with her?" Apparently, Jay-Z got salty when he realized Damon was making progress. Damon shared how things got a little competitive. "I remember coming downstairs and Jay-Z had this. His friends were teasing him and making jokes. In the end, Aaliyah and Dame Dash started dating in 2000 after meeting through mutual friends. They didn't rush into anything. It just happened naturally over time." Aaliyah was at the peak of her career, making music and starring in movies, while Dame was busy building Rockefeller Records. Even with their crazy schedules, they always made time for each other.
It's almost amazing to me that I'm the guy that was with Aaliyah.
Do you think you would have married her one day?
Yeah.
Dame has talked about how easy it was to connect with Aaliyah. She was kind, real, and just had this calm energy that made people want to be around her. Their relationship wasn't just casual either. They were serious. Dame even said they had talked about marriage and planning a future together, but their time was cut short in 2001 when Aaliyah tragically died in a plane crash. Dame has opened up about how losing her changed him. He said that the bond they had was something rare, and it's clear she left a lasting impact on his life. Now, here's where it gets deeper. Some people believe Jay-Z's obsession with Aaliyah went far beyond casual interest. It's been rumored that her untimely death was connected to the Illuminati, and Jay-Z might have played a role. You see, Aaliyah was the queen of R&B in her prime, and that kind of influence didn't go unnoticed. Allegedly, the Illuminati tried to recruit her, but she wasn't having it. Refusing the Illuminati isn't just a no, it's a problem. Her rejection may have upset some powerful people, including Jay-Z, who was allegedly under their thumb.
So we were both going hard. And,
Right.
and we ended up in the same house for.
Hey, sorry for interrupting. Isn't that annoying? What if I told you there was a way to get rid of ads like this?
House 4th of July. So we were, for some reason, this day.
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house.
Yeah.
What makes this theory even more suspicious? Around the same time, Jay-Z met Beyonce, who some claim was chosen by the Illuminati to replace Aaliyah. Beyonce was seen as the perfect puppet to carry on the legacy that Aaliyah refused to fulfill. In a haunting Paris interview weeks before her death, Aaliyah shared a chilling dream. "It's dark in my favorite dream. Someone is after me. Don't know why. I got fear. Then suddenly I lift off. I fly away. Far away. No one can reach me. No one can touch me. It's a wonderful feeling." Fans have speculated that the someone after her could have been Jay-Z or the Illuminati, and the sudden liftoff, many believe it was a premonition of her death. If you think that's a stretch, consider this. Beyonce is now living the life Aaliyah always dreamed of. In the same Paris interview, Aaliyah mentioned her love for Egyptian history and how she dreamed of playing Cleopatra in a movie. Fast forward, and who ends up playing a Cleopatra-inspired role in Dreamgirls? girls. You guessed it, Beyonce.
Everybody say
Aaliyah also shared plans to design clothes and accessories with a friend, another dream Beyonce conveniently fulfilled. Coincidence? Maybe. But when you connect the dots, it looks like Aaliyah's tragic end cleared the way for Beyonce's rise to superstardom. Speaking of her death, the details surrounding it are shady. Aaliyah was terrified of flying, yet somehow she boarded an overloaded plane in the Bahamas after filming her music video for Rock the Boat. According to a witness, 13-year-old Kingsley Russell, Aaliyah initially refused to get on the plane, citing concerns about the weight. Russell claims she even went back to sleep in the taxi while her team argued at the airport. But things took a sinister turn when someone handed her a sleeping pill. She fell into a deep sleep and, according to Russell, was carried onto the plane without her knowledge. Moments after takeoff, the plane crashed, ending everyone on board. Aaliyah's body was found strapped to her seat, with an autopsy revealing she died from head trauma and burns.
The plane crash. The rising star in the world of music and film. Reaction today after Aaliyah and 8 others were when their plane went down.
Now here's the kicker. Why was a nervous flyer like Aaliyah so insistent on leaving that day? She reportedly had a private jet booked for the next morning. Was there pressure from someone or something to make her leave immediately? Music journalist Kathy Iandoli's book, Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah, sheds light on the events leading up to her death. Russell told Iandoli that Aaliyah's reservations about the plane were clear, and it's unsettling the pilot had a fake license and was under the influence of alcohol and drugs. On top of that, the plane was over its weight limit. Everything about that flight screamed disaster waiting to happen. And yet, some believe the crash wasn't an accident at all. Aaliyah's knowledge of the Illuminati may have made her a target. Once she refused to play ball, her fate was sealed. Jay-Z didn't waste any time after her death. Jay-Z didn't waste any time after her death. He quickly released a remix of Aaliyah's song, I Miss You, in which he mentioned her love for the book, Seat of the Soul. The book discusses opening your third eye, which some fans think ties back to Aaliyah's eerie dream about flying away. Coincidence or not, Aaliyah's tragic death marked a turning point in the music industry. Beyonce's rise to superstardom came shortly after, leaving many to wonder if Aaliyah's demise paved the way. It's hard to ignore the eerie similarities between their lives. Both were R&B queens with budding acting careers. Even their name suggests something symbolic. Aaliyah means highest, most most exalted one, while Beyoncé translates to one who is beyond others. In any case, Beyoncé had an emotional reaction to Aaliyah's passing, captured in an interview shortly after the tragic plane crash. On August 30th, 2001, Beyoncé described Aaliyah as an angel and reflected on the fragility of life. But fans believe there's more to this footage than meets the eye.
She was our age, and it's just scary because that could have been any one of us. And she was an angel, and I know that now she's with God.
It's haunting to hear her describe Aaliyah's death as scary, almost as if she knew more than she was letting on. But why are fans so furious? The answer lies in Beyoncé's rise to superstardom after Aaliyah's death and her connections to industry heavyweights like Jay-Z and Diddy.
Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know, but it never worked out for them. So that was like the big deal, like who could get with Aaliyah.
Dame Dash, Aaliyah's boyfriend at the time of her death, has openly blamed Hollywood's elite for her demise. And he's not alone. Jaguar Wright has also come forward with claims linking Aaliyah's death to Beyoncé's meteoric rise. Wright alleges that Beyoncé and Jay-Z's careers were carefully engineered, with Aaliyah being a necessary sacrifice.
But wait, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling?
Theories connecting Beyoncé and Jay-Z to Aaliyah's death have circulated for years. Some suggest that Aaliyah's unmatched talent posed a threat to Beyoncé, who was still emerging as a solo artist in the early 2000s. With Aaliyah out of the picture, Beyoncé could rise unchallenged to claim her throne as Queen Bey.
Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on now, that record. From the Austin Powers was some of the worst ever.
These allegations might sound far-fetched, but they gain credibility when you consider Jay-Z's past relationships. Before marrying Beyoncé, Jay-Z was rumored to have pursued Aaliyah, creating tension between him and Dame Dash. Could jealousy and rivalry have played a role in the events leading up to Aaliyah's death?
Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know, but it never worked out for them. So that was like the big deal, like who could get with Aaliyah.
So was Aaliyah's death a tragic accident or something more sinister? One thing's for sure, there are more questions than answers, and the shadow of her loss still looms over the industry. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.
Hey. Hi, y'all. I missed you too.
thank you for the prayers. I can feel the real 90s coming closer, so thank you. I appreciate y'all more than you will ever know. Thank you. I need y'all to read between the lines with me. Help me. Okay, please. Today is, help me. Today is what? Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. All right. Let me say that again. Today is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. So thank you for screen recording this. Hi. Okay. Before I start with anything, I need to pray because I know there's a lot of new people. So I thank you for being here. I need you to help me and just listen with your heart for a second. Just help me, okay? So glad you're alive. Thank you. Yeah, we still kicking. So Jesus, we just ask that you please protect us, God. Please let every word that come out of our mouth be of you, God, and not of our own. Jesus, we thank you for getting us this far, protecting us through every storm, God, that takes down every window and sometimes the doors, Jesus. But we thank you. We thank you for guiding us, protecting us, and giving us a sign even when we feel like you're not there, Jesus. We thank you for the family that we have. We thank you for the amount of angels that you have brought our way to listen, Jesus. We just ask that everything that we say, God, be carried for the children and for the message, Jesus. We just thank you. We honor you. We praise you. And we love you in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Okay. I know some of you are like, I don't believe in Jesus. I should have said something. At first, I didn't either. I'm not trying to shove them down your throat. We can all agree on one message, okay? That's the children. So I bet I didn't warn you about the prayer, but got some Jesus today too. High five. Anywho. Who knows that we went viral in November of 2020. We didn't mean to be on social media. We went viral November of 2020. Who knows that since November of 2020, not one time, I need your interaction right here before I turn off the comments because I'm about to turn them off for a second, okay? Just because I need everybody to focus. I really need y'all to focus because people get so misconstrued, mixed up, and into what other people have as gossip columns, all right? This is not that. So please stay with me, okay? Have I ever asked y'all for a Patreon subscription fee, Cash App, anything like that? Yes or no? Those that are OG 90s that have said, I've been sitting here from either day one or in the middle. I've been watching y'all for a really long time. So I know that I can answer this question. No, thank you, 21HHC. Thank you, Indigo Drought. I think I said that right. Indigo Drought. Thank you. Never. Nope. No. No, never since day one. What have I asked y'all for? To listen, and presence is powerful, right? I've never, ever wanted you to give me any money for my truth because I'm not selling my truth. I'm telling my truth. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So those who are asking you to feed their cash apps over the truth are no better than the slave traders they're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got me? Ultimately,
this AI app instead. That's what I did, and it's how I got this.
We are talking about the children. The truth and the children are priceless. There never should have been an amount on anybody's head. So when you go to talk about this, you shouldn't be charging money for this, because those of you who are sitting here like, all right, what's about to be said right now, this information can benefit you and somebody that you may see on the street that may need you to be a voice and not a dollar sign. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now, one time, have we ever asked y'all to feed our Cash Apps? Stay with me. Feed our Cash Apps. Do we have a Cash App? No. You do? All right. I think I do. Okay. But point is, we've never asked y'all for money. Okay. There's no GoFundMe. I used to call those, excuse my language, but GoFundMe, because that's what they are. The Give, Send, Goes, the GoFundMes. You are trafficking your pain if you are asking people money to tell the truth. I'm not doing that. There's a lot of people making money off my name, and the only people that have not done it is me. There are people with fake accounts. There are people using my name. There are people resharing my videos. So if you're screen recording this right now and you're sharing this, to share it for the right reasons, I appreciate you. And I would point people towards some people, because I don't want to endorse anybody. I don't know if somebody is going to flip on a dime and the next thing you know, they have a TV mentality. I don't know that. So I don't endorse anybody for that reason. If we did an interview with someone, I would tell them, hey, can you guys go look at this and then pay close attention, because usually when people don't get their way, if I didn't hand them insurance, if I didn't hand them an affidavit, if I didn't give them the information they wanted, if they didn't get the followers they wanted, if their Cash App or their Patreon or whatever didn't make that much money, they will be pissy and then turn on who? Me. So therefore, we just tell you, hey, this is what we did. Pay attention. Okay? But no, we will never, ever ask you for a subscription of Patreon. The truth is priceless. Say it with me, everybody. The truth is, priceless. Not one time. All right? So if you see someone doing that, you can tell what's going on, because there's some people that are giving you truth sprinkled in with lies so that they can make what? Money. Everything is about a money thing. No one does things. Not very many. Excuse me, let me take that back. We got many 90s sitting here. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Not that many people do things for the truth and for the right thing to do. Not many. But there's a lot of you that do. And you see how some of you get shut down. The truth is priceless. The amount of hell that I went through is priceless. I've already been a dollar sign. So I'm not doing that. Okay? If you see anybody ask you for money in regards to me, my videos, my information, all of the information I have put out is priceless, and it's somewhere. It's sprinkled somewhere. I have 18 live platforms that other admin are running. It's not me. I couldn't keep up with them all. There's no damn way. So I'm telling you right now that there's many different platforms, but not one of them are asking you for money. They won't. And all the information that you need on there is free. Everything that I've said is free. My face, it's out there for free. Okay? My information, it's out there for free. Every open money. There are people who have said, hey, we would rather you know our heart. We would rather you know the message that we carry than what's in our wallet since day one. So if anybody is asking you for money, something else is going on. And you should assess those things, especially their character if they are claiming to be a survivor. Are we all clear? Are you okay? I'm going to turn off comments so we can all stay together. All right? Give me a second. If y'all can just okay, I see the little hearts. Cool. So I know you're still here and it didn't pause. All right. So there's a TikTok mess. I'm looking over here. I do not have a script. I'm going to flash this right at you. Make sure. Yep. I can flash this right at you. I made
Introducing Strikeman, a dry fire training.
Not a script. That we're talking about. It's no better than that. You do get that, right? Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. I have had a few admin reach out to me and say, hey, this is what's going on TikTok. What can we do? How can we help? Because this is disgusting. And we know you. And we know this is not real and this is not you. However, there's a lot of new people. There's a crowd of new people, and some don't hit every platform. We have a platform on X, a platform on Rumble, one on TikTok, the Truth Social, the Ali'sArmy.com, the website. There's multiple platforms. So it's really hard to try to point people towards something when they're like, I'm trying to get the full story. I'm trying to go towards the insurance. I'm trying to hear her talk. I'm trying to understand what's going on, but I don't know where to find her. Thank you for trying. I don't know how else to lead you, but ask a real 90, because I'm telling you right now, their response to you will not be to point you towards anything that's money. Their response to you will be for the children and about the children, because they know any other response is distracting towards the truth. That's all I can tell you going on right now. Everyone can stand on their own merit. Everyone can stand on their own truth. We have talked about this numerous times where people are like, hey, there's another survivor that just came out, and they're saying a lot of things that you said. And now they're saying they know you. We were together, rocking together. There's some survivors, and they may have been in the life before you, and now they're trying to speak out, and they come from a certain area, and that sounds very familiar. Maybe they need to speak with you. Two wrongs don't make a right, y'all. And there's a lot of celebrity mentality going on. There's a lot of survivors that run gossip columns. That's why we don't link with other survivors' platforms. We have helped other survivors quietly, because sometimes we don't need y'all pat on the back, high five, elbow, none of that. All right? So quietly, we have helped some survivors, whether it's a message, whether it's a, hey, we got some extra money from recycling cans, we got some extra something, we got some extra groceries, we got some extra clothes we'll send to you. When we had to put together an event, we sold a lot of our stuff out of storage. Everything, a lot of things that we couldn't sell, dressers and TVs and clothes and things like that, we packed it all up, asked some 90s to come with us, and dropped it off at a known survivor's home. If we can't have it, she got it. Okay. And then we did whatever else we could with the rest so we can make it out to you guys. We're very simple people. Very exhausted, simple people. Okay. There are survivors posting their cash apps. And here's the thing. The normal thing to do, and I know some of you are sitting here like, say the name. See, here's the thing. There are some that are running, did you hear me, a gossip column. They want you to get on there to listen to what's going on as entertainment. Not one time do they talk about who? The children. they do it to benefit and make the views go up. If they use my name, they use it to make the views go up. If I don't answer them or back up from them, they say negative things to make the views goes up. Do you guys understand that on TikTok, people are making a lot of money? There's content creators now that make more money than doctors saving lives. All right. Now, with that, negative attention is attention. So if I tell you their names and I tell you exactly what I'm thinking, that is going to bring negative attention, which at the end of the day will distract you from who? The children. Everybody together. Who we talking about? The children. Where should our focus be? The children. Why are we not talking about who? So my thing is if I tell you their names, we get wrapped up in negative attention. People are going back and forth and checking their platform and seeing if they said something, and then checking the other platform and seeing if they said something, and then going back and feeding their Cash App because they tell you, hey, my Cash App is at the bottom of this video. If you send me some money, then I'll tell you more. We're not doing that. I'm not playing these games.
Shame on anybody that is. It's disgusting. It's painful. Messy. There's no reason for it, and it detracts from children. Mm-hmm. While you going back and forth and causing drama and doing all that, you're not paying attention to the real problem, which is the children.
And everybody else is getting so wrapped up in a gossip column and entertainment, arguing and backbiting, mudslinging and what ifs, and then they get wrapped up in a story, and when that story is not working or fitting to their narrative, then they use my name. Or they orchestrate drama, false flag. Do you understand? Now, there are some survivors who are out, who have platforms, and they're telling you a little bit of truth to have you hanging on to that truth. So that way you're still there. And you feel like you're really getting into the truth and you're getting closer to who? The children. But then at the end of the day, ask yourself, how many times do they talk about the children? How many times do we go back and forth and not waver from the children? So I'm going to get off of this right now because this is wavering from the children. I'm telling you right now, stay with me. Do you hear me? Stay with me. I can repost my diploma. In 2012, I went to Summit View High School. I was barely 18 years old. I have the receipts. I had just got home with this white chocolate right here. That's my mom. Okay? Twins, I know, look just like her. But 2012, I was just coming out of foster care. Do you hear me? I had little credits as a senior in high school, like 12. You need 120 as a foster kid to graduate, 160 as a normal kid in California to graduate. I was in the state of California, not Dallas, Texas. You know what? If you start to hold weight on its own, it's already horrific as enough to call yourself a survivor and have to go through what we go through. This is not funny. After I get off here, we are going to be dogpiled with bullshit, dogpiled with people who don't understand the truth and they don't want the truth to get out, so they keep burying it. Dogpiled with satanic spells going our way that we're fighting in the spiritual realm. Dogpiled with decisions that how are we going to make right now because we need to get out of the way if these phones ding in a different way. Do you understand what I am saying? Okay? So there are times when we have to get off of here, put these phones down and say, Lord Jesus, which way? What now? And at the same time, my PTSD is off the chain. I am not healed, and I will never claim to be perfectly healed. I am struggling. Bad. Okay? So every time there's a new arrest, like there will be a raid for the Beehive, every time there's a new arrest, when I told y'all the new arrest was going to rock the nation, remember? I already knew that MK Ultra sucks. I just didn't know when. So all this going on right now, I'm gonna tell tell you right now, in 2012, I was trying my best from 7 a.m. to 6 o'clock at night to cram 4 years of high school into 6 months. And I graduated before my class. I did not leave the state of California at that time. So I am telling you, for some of you, I don't need to say a name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't.
Bulgare men's luxury watches are now available with an exclusive 10% discount, limited to just 100 pieces.
Don't know her. And it's not my place to tell you what else I'm thinking, because I think you already know. It's not my place. I'm struggling and I have enough on my plate. And if you understand that that's not just distracting from the truth, there are children being raped, tortured, limbs cut off so they don't fight back. There are children under your feet. There are children in your face. You walk past a survivor and you interacted with a trafficker today. Do you understand the world and the war that we are in, that everybody keeps going back and, oh, no, it's not true. And oops, wait a minute. Did Jay-Z, is Jay-Z on the news? Is he Rock Nation? Are you kidding me? Same thing you'll say about the Beehive. It's the same thing you'll say about Ellen DeGeneres. It's the same thing you'll say about Oprah. What will probably throw you is when you find out that it's the same thing you're going to say about your teachers in your schools. The same thing you're going to say about your police authority that you thought you could call. The same thing you will say about who sits behind 911, who sits behind the trash, who sits behind Child Protective Services. Do you understand where those kids are coming from? Do you? How many children do you know are being abused and tortured? How many children did you miss? Because a lot of y'all are late. I'm not mad at you for that. I'm late too. Okay? Because for a minute, I was like, like I'm tired. I know the mainstream media might be talking about the 13-year-old girl, but they're not talking about all the under 13-year-old girls. They called them underage prostitutes. There's no such thing as an underage prostitute. These attorneys that are sitting everywhere, shame on you. Because this is why we won't trust one. I don't trust y'all. There's a lot of people who are like, why aren't you on these cases? Do you not see what I see? Let me help you. Let me help you. These attorneys are paid off. In a minute, somebody will flip somebody's evidence. In a minute, it's not going to. No matter what happened in the court, because the court, you see what Diddy's doing? He will eventually, how? Let me ask you this. Who has family that's been to jail? Who has family that has committed a crime? Who has family that's just been pulled over for nothing? Okay? Who has family that has been to court over a parking ticket? Who knows that when you...
Your connections to the past are waiting. Get Ancestry DNA for only $39.
What was in that jail cell, that should be public. Those leaked out trials, it should have been public in the first place. The only reason why it's not public, column or entertainment like Johnny. Who has family that has committed a crime? Who has family that's just been pulled over for nothing? Okay? Who has family that has been to court over a parking ticket? Who knows that when you end up in jail, ain't a damn thing confidential, but it is for elite. What was in that jail cell, that should be public. Those leaked out trials, it should have been public in the first place. The only reason why it's not public is because it's not a gossip column or entertainment like Johnny Depp and OJ. Matter what happened in the court, because the court, you see what Diddy's doing? He will eventually, how? Let me ask you this. Who has family that's been to jail? Who has family that has committed a crime? Who has family that's just been pulled over for nothing? Okay? Who has family that has been to court over a parking ticket? Who knows that when you end up in jail, ain't a damn thing confidential, but it is for elite. What was in that jail cell, that should be public. Those leaked out trials, it should have been public in the first place. The only reason why it's not public is because it's not a gossip column or entertainment like Johnny Depp and OJ was. Do you understand that Johnny Depp and OJ was for entertainment purposes? They let y'all glue to that TV. People were running home to see that because that was entertainment. It was keeping people distracted from the false flag that was going on, the real shit that was going on. So therefore, Johnny Depp and OJ was public trial. Diddy is a real trial. Do I believe that man is in that court? No, I don't know what clone is in there. I would not believe anybody that told me that he is actually arrested. I believe you. The same way those people who are like military tribunals, I've been to them, then why you worried? Because if I saw Hillary Clinton's feet swinging like this, I would not be worried. I know there's clones. You know there's clone. Have you seen a new thing come out called Accused? Do you know that they use regular real skin? Kim Kardashian is trying to persuade people right now to have sex with robots. Go check. Okay, so everything that we have told y'all for 4 or 5 years, excuse me, but I'm a little irritated because I'm like, I know a lot of people are like, this is too wild. This is unfathomable. She crazy. I know. I am crazy. I'll take that. I'll take that. Don't fuck with me. I am crazy. But at the same time, I'm crazy in a good way because I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay? I am crazy. I'll take that. For like military tribunals, I've been to them, then why you worried? Because if I saw Hillary Clinton's feet swinging like this, I would not be worried. I know there's clones. You know there's clone. Have you seen a new thing come out called Accused? Do you know that they use regular real skin? Kim Kardashian is trying to persuade people right in jail. Who has family that has committed a crime? Who has family that's just been pulled over for nothing? Okay? Who has family that has been to court over a parking ticket? Who knows that when you end up in jail, ain't a damn thing confidential, but it is for elite. What was in that jail cell, that should be public. Those leaked out trials, it should have been public in the first OJ was. Do you understand that Johnny Depp and OJ was for entertainment purposes? They let y'all glue to that TV. People were running home to see that because that was entertainment. It was keeping people distracted from the false flag that was going on, the real shit that was going on. So therefore, Johnny Depp and OJ was public trial. Diddy is a real trial. Do I believe that man is in that court? No, I don't know what clone is in there. I would not believe anybody that told me that he is actually arrested. I don't believe you. The same way those people who are like military tribunals I've been to, and then why you worried? Because if I saw Hillary Clinton's feet swinging like this, I would not be worried. I know there's clones. You know there's clone. Have you seen a new thing come out called Accused? Do you know that they use regular real skin? Kim Kardashian is trying to persuade people right now to have sex with robots. Go check. Okay, so everything that we have told y'all for 4 or 5 years, excuse me, but I'm a little irritated because I'm like, I know a lot of people are like, this is too wild. This is unfathomable. She crazy. I know. I am crazy. I'll take that. I'll take that. Don't fuck with me. I am crazy. But at the same time, I'm crazy in a good way because I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay? So, aliens. How many times have I told y'all those exist? Yeah. Many people are like, nah, she's crazy. How many times did your government announce they exist? But everybody is like, nope, I have to pay rent. I don't care if they coming out of the ocean. How many times have we told y'all to watch the water? There's entrances and exits in the water, but your government came out and told you that the aliens are in the water. They're real, but they're in the water. How many times have we told y'all there are entrances, exits, and freeways under the water? How many times? A lot. For those of you who are new, you're probably like, I don't know you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot. A lot. And for you asking me, like, how come you're just now telling us this? It's just you that's new to the party. I've been speaking my entire life, not on social media. That's why I have so many receipts. That's why there's so many child protective services reports. That's why there's so many police reports and rape kits, court documents, and all kind of things that I have, because I've been trying for a very long time, and I gave up. But many times you have been called a conspiracy theorist, crazy. There's no way, get off the internet. And now the same people that called you crazy are calling you back like,
Listen up. If you've been injured in a recent car accident, what you do next can make or break how much money you get. Here's the biggest mistake I see people making after a car accident: talking to insurance companies or rushing to an attorney right away. This can actually hurt your claim. They're focused on paying you as little as possible, but there's a better way to get the maximum money that you deserve. Click the link below and use the Case Connect compensation calculator. In less than 60 seconds, you'll answer 4 simple questions. It's nothing personal. It's just about your accident. Then it'll tell you instantly if you qualify for compensation. If you qualify, Case Connect will put you in touch with a Case Connect specialist who knows exactly how to get you the biggest check possible. They handle all the hard work while you focus on getting back on your feet. And the best part is they can typically get you 3.5 times more, and they do this for
for me, how did I know that? MK Ultra, it sucks. That's how I knew. When I put out that live and I told you the next arrest is gonna rock the nation, MK Ultra, it sucks. That's how I knew. A lot of people don't want to claim they MK Ultra because then you got to realize that means also dissociative identity disorder. That's DID. You can't traumatize people to this extent, put them on medication and then say they healed after a little bit. You can't traumatize people. You can't witness somebody dying. You can't be in satanic ritual abuse. You can't have went through this type of trauma without coming out of hell carrying buckets of water, and in those buckets got many different parts. I am telling you right now that nobody wants to talk about the MK Ultra or the DID, because then you go down another rabbit hole that some people realize that they on that spectrum too. Everybody has a level of DID. If you've been in a car accident, you got a level of DID. There's 4 different types. This is dissociative identity disorder. Have you ever drove somewhere and been like, how the hell did I get here? I remember driving. I don't remember paying attention. You dazed out. Do you know Britney Spears? She just announced that her 5-year-old altar is up and she's going to kindergarten. That wasn't a lie. Her 5-year-old altar is up. And she probably took the phone from the caretaker, all in the same body. And she just told y'all, I'm 5. I'm not 43. I'm 5. She wasn't lying to you. You just don't know what she's saying. Everybody yelling, save Britney. Do you know why? There's many different Britneys, even the clone. Okay? So there's many different arrests that are going on. I don't know if Jay-Z's going to get arrested. The thing is you see how it's on mainstream media. You see what Diddy is doing to pay off everybody. You see what Diddy is doing to say, I want the victims' names, to bring those victims' names up so we can send out our minions that we have contracts on. Those NDAs, yes. Before you walk into a party like that, and here's the thing, a lot of people are using me for just Diddy. I'm not talking about just Diddy. Please screen record that shit and share it. I am not talking about just Diddy. I've not been just screaming about Diddy either. Diddy is the tip, very small chip of the iceberg. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Diddy is what you can see. Diddy is who they are allowing you to see, because you see the case notes that say Jane Doe, John Doe of celebrities, the ones that stood there and watched. Remember I told you they put things on broomsticks and they rape people with them? And then if they did not touch you, they can say for plausible deniability, I didn't do anything. When they're coming out saying, I'm not giving you one red penny, that's blood money. That's why I said to sue somebody is bullshit, because I don't want their blood money. Red pennies. Do you hear it now? I don't want nobody's blood money. The only person that I would take a check from gladly is Child Protective Services.
Wix. One platform, any website. Unlimited creation. Describe your needs and goals, and AI will transform your tailored brief into a
Protective services custody because y'all been doing this very and I disappeared for a year. I took care of my damn self. Nobody came when I was 3 months old. Nobody did anything after the numerous reports that I've already posted. Nobody did anything when you knew what was going on, when there was more than one child on the case. No one did a damn thing. So if somebody wants to cut me a check, I'll take that from Child Protective Services custody. Everybody else is blood money. I would rather starve the same way I did in Child Protective Services custody. My mom and us, I would rather us. There's nobody else in this car. us. DID, us. Okay? So if I slip and say we, I'm not practicing my pronouns. All right? That is the way they get you so they don't have to tell you about DID either. Okay? My mom and I would rather stay in this car, sleep in the snow, and starve. Do you hear what I'm saying? We've done it. We still do it. You met me. Some of y'all have met me under the name of justice. I walked into to something. Oh, whoops. I walked into something and I tried to just have peace for 2 seconds. I taught children. It was a blessing. I was able to become an artist that I am, a teacher that I am. I'm a special needs teacher. I'm a dance teacher. I am a cheer coach. I am a teacher. I'm a coach. And I love what I do. And if you love what you do, it shows in every move that you make. Do you understand what I'm saying? It shows in the people in your character, and y'all can read that. Doesn't take too long for real eyes to realize. Okay? So I walked into a place and I did something under the name of justice, and somebody saw me. A lot of people saw us. It was a thing. And I said, you know what? I gotta go. I did all this so you guys can see who we are. I did all this so you can see my heart. So if you knew me under justice, yeah, hi. Hey. Love y'all. Remember this? Keep disrupting the demand. And I pray that justice loves you all. But now you understand why I went under the name Justice. There's a lot of people in these arrests that should be talked about. They're covering their name. These celebrities are covering their name, like you heard in the Jay-Z case. But they had Playboy black cards. The Playboy Mansion, plural,
With so much new OTF Vonnie snitching, as it started with a report of Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie, King Von's cousin, filed for protection protective custody when they came to court together this week. This would get the attention of one of Lil Durk's best friends named Bezu, who act on IG Live.
No motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. I'm snitching on them that's innocent, man. Y'all just be weird as nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail. Y'all trying to go let them meet Larry for the first time. You hear me? Oh, mama.
But this is where it would get very crazy, as DJ Academics would end up speaking on OTF Vonnie allegedly snitching against Lil Durk, as there's been major confusion on what truly happened, as DJ Academics would confirm.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie, King Von cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. Okay. That sounds so crazy. That sounds so crazy. Now, this is why we have streams like this. I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, maybe jumped maybe once in a while. but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
This explains why Lil Durk made a phone call from jail. He was confirming that OTF Vonnie didn't snitch, as in the phone call, he specifically said that he is not going into protective custody, meaning that Vonnie isn't either. As the caption reads, "Just got off the phone with my brother Lil Durk. He's in good spirits, trying to stay positive and trying to get back home to his kids and family. We're not glorifying negativity. We're more than just street guys. That's actually an understatement. We're men of honor in the code, no matter our financial status. Bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind. No protective custody."
This call was from a federal prison.
Say what, bro?
I said, I know you're ready, but if you need anything, you know I got you.
You know, I appreciate it. You know, it's all that count,
Yeah, I know how that should be, bro. It don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved our money. Except for that first time. Once it was that, it was that. Once it was like then, it was everything was his.
Yeah. I feel back to the same. I came home here like, shit, where you from? What you got going? I too, you.
Man, what? The PC. Hey.
They thought they thought a computer, you. Downstairs, they be like, man, you know you, man, send me upstairs. Whatever it is, they got to adapt to you. Nah, for sure. Can't go no more for the PC. Come out, hang out, great.
But it's when DJ Academics would react sharing the truth behind the entire situation that the Lil Durk phone call was a lot more than just confirming to the public he's not in protective custody, because it came at a very weird time where OTF Vonnie was allegedly going into it.
With all due respect to whoever 900 brother is, again, with all due respect to you, the guy's fighting for his life. I get it. Maybe for whatever reason, which I still think would be a dumb reason, let's say that Durk wants to address the people. You know how you put this out? You say, yo, Durk, we on. You let him say what he's saying to the public, and you cut it off. We don't need to hear that back and forth. Because a lot of this audio kind of feels like maybe this wasn't how Durk wanted to first communicate with everybody in the world. Anything he does is going to go viral. Having a conversation about, you know, even if you think it's in good faith, yo, we don't move off money, nah, blah, blah, blah. It don't sound right.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Sound right, brother.
However, suddenly moments after, Lil Durk's lawyers were allegedly trying to get Durk transferred to a lower security jail for peace of mind. This is otherwise known as a celebrity jail that has a lot nicer jail cells. All the inmates are high-level celebrities, and there's a lot less restriction. But this kind of fits into the same situation that Charleston White said about YNW Melly, who also committed a serious crime, shouldn't be given luxury treatment.
The YNW Melly. I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated. When you done chose to play somebody.
But today in Lil Durk's court hearing, everything changed for the worse, and allow me to explain. Durk's lawyers announced the rapper has been getting targeted by inmates for money, commissary needs, and phone time, as allegedly Quando Rondo has been trying to get revenge against him. As it would be announced, sources allege Lil Durk's fast prison transfer was caused by issues within his cell block. Being a high-profile rapper likely caused him to be targeted for that commissary and money, as just the following day after, Quando Rondo and his best friend Lil Tim did separate interviews, which is a very odd coincidence, and they both said the exact same have been avoided, while also mentioning Lil Durk just threw his entire life away for trying to get revenge on a beef with Quando Rondo.
No, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying fuck him and shit like that. Cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, at the end of the day, if they ain't never popped that shit off, that would have never happened like that.
This even led into Quando Rondo saying the exact same thing on the exact same day, saying that he wishes it was handled a different way. Lil Durk has a family with lots of responsibilities, and he just threw it all away.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out. Whatever, like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
This is likely all due to the new evidence that was presented in the Lil Durk OTF case. There's a common tactic that criminals use that is trying to create your own alibi when you know that a certain crime is about to go down. The feds are claiming that Lil Durk went live on Instagram right when the crime occurred so that it can prove that he is nowhere near that situation.
They can't see us. What? Tweaking with folks. Right. Hey, somebody always said, slap a car. Yeah. Somebody always said, slap a car. Look on, you that'll, yeah. What Goofy said that? He said, bro, like a cheeseburger. And I'm cheesy over here. Stupid. This is real water. Y'all Jews, y'all over for real. Hey, I know what it be too, blood. What's that? Like everybody we have to eat that cheese, y'all be doing shout outs, man. You gotta know your jury. Like, if somebody want me to give them a shout out for some jury, I'm gonna make sure you're in that.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too. But what if I told you there's a skip ads for everybody? It's called Pi, and if that sounds familiar to you, it's probably because you've seen their ads everywhere. It's an ad blocker that works on Twitch, YouTube, Amazon, and everywhere else you go on Chrome. And if that seems too good to be true, it's not. Over 500,000 people have downloaded it in just the past few months. It's available for free on the Chrome store right now, yet you're still watching.
Lil Durk laughs at a comment when someone tells him to go slide. But with the courts already having so much evidence in Lil Durk's lyrics, OTF Jam would end up pointing out some more. Specifically the lyrics, "Look on the news and see your son screaming no, no," as Quando Rondo was at the scene of the crime screaming no on the news.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
As they made a connection to other lyrics where Lil Durk would rap, "Told me they got the Addy, they got the location, go." As there was an announcement of, Brick Baby says that he would have dropped Quando Rondo's location, aka Addy, if Lil Durk had asked him, because he is loyal to him.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. To Diddy could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd accept it.
Right.
As oftentimes, the biggest snitch in most rap court cases is actually the music artists themselves. Their self was seen outside of a house that Jam was staying at, as ever since OTF Jam originally snitched, he has been so silent online and no one has heard from him. But this was only the beginning, as even Brick Baby spoke out publicly saying that you can't say Durk never slid for King Von anymore because how they got Lil Pap.
This is just it. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk OTF accused of being hired to unalive Quando Rondo in the LA incidents where Lil Pop was unalive. Suspects faced the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit? Or
Well,
was
they
it
can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
Why?
Oh yeah, because of
your face.
Wait, no. Like who died?
You can't say that no more. Nah, Lil Bob.
So this is about the. Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
As once Lil Durk was arrested, Brick Baby was on live stream and he reacted to his old interview where he mentioned you can't say Durk never slid because of what happened to Lil Pav. This made a lot of people look like he's the one that drawn all the federal attention to Lil Durk's name. But let's not forget that OTF Jam provided the prosecutors a lot of evidence, such as this footage of Vonnie jewelry shopping with King Von, and the other two suspects being Diddy and Boogie. With them knowing King Von, they most likely were in touch with Lil Durk and wanted to get revenge for Von.
The solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there. Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
As with Lil Durk and all of them being best friends with King Von, they would likely be the main people that would want to get revenge for him. However, it gets worse from here. As the court update reads, the feds believe that Lil Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number one, Stephon Mack, who got Lil Durk's brother D-Fang. Number two being OTF Jam, whose baby mom passed after Lil Durk found out that he wore a wire around him. The feds think that OTF Jam is the key to putting Lil Durk in jail for all three crimes. As the feds were able to find the Instagram live where Lil Durk noticed that Jam was snitching. Jam is seen holding the top of his jacket, whispering in it, looking to see if everything was connected.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream team. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. He's check on your man, man. You got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I was having a dare. Architect. Having a who? I'm having a dare. Schools out of town. All that whooping on the net, it got your man. Metro.
Ninja Turtles in Hero Wars. The legendary RPG Hero Wars welcomes new heroes to the battlefield. Unleash their full power in thrilling battles against sinister monsters. Unlock a unique hero during the event from December 2nd to 21st. Play Hero Wars for free now. Available on PC and mobile.
We have quite the updates for you in the show. Who allegedly raped a 13-year-old girl. Also, the ex-wife of an NHL player has been revealed as another Combs accuser, and the back and forth between prosecutors and Combs lawyers continues. We're going to break it all down for you right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. It can be hard to keep track of all of the updates that
You know, I've interviewed so many mafia guys who felt the same way about rats, who all ended up cooperating. When it came down to life in prison, never getting to see women, reasons and excuses on why I cooperated. And it was always going to be, I was going to do life in prison until this happened. And then I cooperated against everybody. Okay? It happens every time. And at the end of the day, you take a multimillionaire, and look, and I've argued with people about this. I think you can clearly say bologna sandwiches, like 10 kids. Sure that as soon as he got arrested, the first thing he thought was, you know, this Quando beef really wasn't all that serious. I mean, he's the aggressor, you know. Listen,
I don't think he thinks like that.
You don't think so?
Hell no.
Slide for King Von.
Yo,
you'd rather slide from King. You'd rather slide for King Von than you love King Von. You love the deceased King Von more than you love your kids.
Hold on, but hear what I'm
and
saying.
your woman.
No,
really?
That's not the way to look at it.
But that's the reality of it.
Yeah, but that's not how he's gonna. His mindset is not, oh damn, this shit wasn't worth it. His mindset was that whatever happened was exactly with his manager. They killed other people around him, and obviously, someone like Dirk, we don't know if he did nothing, right? But it's only about getting caught. Right. I don't think there is no remorse for like, oh man, this shit wasn't about nothing, man. Hell no, like they didn't even kill him for whatever reason to be up in the truck. But if we're gonna, he could have an explanation for everything. Hey, listen, I do tour internationally. Hey, I was gonna go on vacation or whatever. Hey, I was rapping about other people doing stuff. I told nobody to do nothing. It even says in the message, don't book nothing in my name. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing says do this for me.
Yeah, that message could mean, listen, at Airbnb during the time, he was not in any of the cars. He was not a shooter. He did not put on a ski mask. He did not take the Glock with the switch.
It's going to be a hell of a trial.
It's going to be a hell of a trial. But at the point that he has cooperators.
This is what I've also said this. Number one, Dirk definitely not get out of bond.
Yeah. No, he's definitely a flight risk. He's proven that.
However.
A new lawyer, I'm sure.
No, Bradford Cohen said that.
Who's that?
There is a way that he beats this case.
Never getting to allegedly
to Remo had asked FBG Young them that, and I guess they pulled up a clip when Rico Reckless say he had shot that's supposed to did something to Duck. And I talked to Rico since then. I talked to him, and Rico seemed like he a cool guy, man. He just seemed like, he do his thing and people chase him, and he willing to chase him back. You talk about his dead homie, he willing to talk to you back. But I talked to him about the Duck situation there and all that, because I was mad. I was like, you still chasing Duck, dude? He dead, don't keep it. You got guys who just keep it up, and he gonna respond, But I talked to him, he a cool guy. Shout out to Reckless, man. You got about 20,000 mixtapes, dude. Keep on going, man.
Yeah, man, listen, Rico is a regular guest on my show for years. And one of our past interviews, the whole Glock Dookie thing, made it on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. And that's real. That's real, Vlad. That's real, man.
No, I called him. I said, yo, man, we on Joe Rogan. He's like, who's that? I'm like, who's Joe Rogan? He's the biggest podcaster
man, Joe
in
Rogan,
America.
a dream to be on, man. That's a legend, man. He don't know who Joe Rogan is, man. That's the legend for the streaming of me online.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of FBG Duck, you said that Los, one of the O Block 6, is allegedly talking to the feds to try to work out a deal.
Yeah, Los might be trying to get up out of that, man. Los wasn't trying, but you got to think about it, though, Vlad. The walls are closing in, and he like, fuck that. Like, man, I feel bad. Los wasn't even supposed to be there, though. They wrong for even letting Los go on a hit with them. Like, for real, bro. Like, the world know this. Everybody know it. Like, oh, man, they should never do shit, man. Like, he do hair and, scam and shit, man. His field ain't in killing or driving for the killers, man.
Well, you know him personally, right?
Yeah, I know him personally.
Wasn't there like text messages from you two that were used in the trial?
Kenny Mac.
Oh, that was Kenny Mac.
Yeah,
okay,
I tell Kenny Mac had about the Duck. Right after the shit happened to Duck, he texted me. He was texting me before that, though, because that was my celly. But when he texted me, like, man, keep your head up, man. They just killed Duck. And this motherfucker the one who did it, He like that's crazy, bro, to me, bro. That's crazy as hell, man. Like, why you gonna text me and that I got into a fight over in jail about Duck? Like, for real. Like, I don't understand them. But that time coming, Vlad. That time will be here, man. That sentence, man. I'm giving me an Ace of Spade bottle. I'm streaming like Cat Senate, man, for 24 hours, man, till they go.
Everyone's already guilty.
Oh man, hey, the puzzle is bigger. The piece is bigger, man. You gotta think about it like you got the weed man, you got the scammers with the killers, all them together in one car. You know, back then when I was growing up, so it's like it's man, they gonna give it up, man. I'm telling you, a couple of them, like over the next 5 years, they gonna been cooperating, gave up every motherfucking thing who they know to get that time down. Now that time ain't solid. Don't think the time's solid, man, because I seen a lot of BDs get RICO when I was a kid. They came back 10 years later. They told everything. 10, 15 years later, told on everything they knew to get back home.
Okay. So what you're saying is that
Back then, it was like, if you came to do an interview back then, we'd have been chilling.
Our cancer care team works to
There's a SW.357 revolver that anyone can legally own without a permit. It's a
Lil Durk's court hearing today announced very concerning things. First, it started with Durk's quoted as evidence against them. It is a glaring indication that there is no real evidence against that person. However, this all changed, as at the end of the court hearing it was announced, Lil Durk found out his co-defendant, OTF Vonnie, King Von's cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court together this week, which got the attention of Lil Durk's best friend Bezu, who reacted on Instagram Live.
No motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. I'm snitching on the that's innocent, man. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all they threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what, blood? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. All my kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jails. Y'all trying to go let them meet Larry for the first time. You hear me? On my mother.
OTF Vonnie has been a loyal part of the team. However, Vonnie snitching was likely a result of OTF Jam giving the prosecutors footage of Vonnie jewelry shopping with King Von, and the other two suspects being Didi and Boogie. Knowing King Von, they'd most likely be in touch with Lil Durk.
solitary stone.
We just looked at him.
Let's go over there. Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
However, it gets worse from here. The court update reads, the feds believe Lil Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number one, Stefan Mack, who got Lil Durk's brother D Thang, and number two, OTF Jam's baby mom passed after Lil Durk found out he wore a wire around him. Feds think OTF Jam is the key to putting Lil Durk in jail for all three crimes. It was this Instagram Live when Lil Durk noticed OTF Jam was wearing a wire. Jam was seen holding the top of his jacket and looking if everything was connected with his wire.
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh. He took Give me the check on your man. I heard you got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to having a dare. Architect. Having who? I'm having a dare. Schools out of town. All that whooping on the net, it got your man. Metro.
With the courts having so much evidence on Lil Durk, they'd bring up his lyrics. Look on the news and see your son screaming no, no. As Quando is seen at the crime screaming no, no.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
They also made a connection to more lyrics where Lil Durk raps, told me they got an Addy, they got the location, go. As there was an announcement, Brick Baby says that he would have dropped Quando's location if Durk asked because he is loyal to him.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, he had asked me, I probably would have been if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd accept it.
Right.
Although Lil Durk wasn't going to just let Jam snitch on all his lyrics, as it was reported. OTF Jam found by OTF members hiding in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt a punishment for snitching on Lil Durk, alongside a photo of the scene outside of the house Jam was staying at. OTF Jam has been silent, and no one heard from him since, which was only the beginning, as Brick Baby also said you can't say Durk never slid for King Von anymore because they got Lil Pap, essentially calling out Lil Durk to the public.
This is just it. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk, OTF, accused of being hired to unalive Quando Rondo in the LA incidents where Lil Pop was unalive. Suspects faced the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit? Or
Why
was
would
it
they say that no more?
Then they put you as
Why? Oh yeah, because of
your face.
Wait, no. Like who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh,
federal charges in California?
Nah, because Lil Pop.
So this is about the.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
However, it's recommended Lil Durk lays low with the announcement. The Lil Durk case is starting to see the first pieces of evidence in court. Rumors from around the court reveal there's footage from OTF Jam recording the planning process of OTF catching Quando Rondo's crew. But the courtroom showed this Instagram live of Durk from the day Lil Pop passed. Prosecutors believe Durk was trying to create an alibi for himself.
They can't see other shit. What? Tweaking with folks. Right. Hey, somebody always said this. Slap a car. Somebody always said slap. Look on with that up, yeah. What Goofy said that? He said, bro, like a cheeseburger. Ain't nothing cheesy over here. Stupid little boy. real water. Y'all Jews, y'all over for real. Hey, I know what it be too, bud. What's that? Like everybody we have to eat that cheese, you know? Y'all be doing shout outs, man. You gotta know your Jews. Like, if somebody.
However, Lil Durk's been trying to get released on a bond due to his recent jail issues, as Quando Rondo's been trying to get his revenge against him. Sources allege Lil Durk's prison transfer was caused by issues within his cell block. Both Quando Rondo and Lil Tim speak about where we heard Quando say that Durk's got a family he needs to look out for, but he threw it away.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
However, Lil Tim said the entire King Von situation should have been avoided, meaning none of this would have happened.
To know, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying him like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like at the end of the day, if they ain't never popped that shit off, that would have never happened like that.
Although with Quando possibly having it out for Lil Durk in jail, Durk announced he wasn't scared by this phone call. The post captioned, "Just got off the phone with my brother Lil Durk. He's in good spirits, staying positive, and trying to get back home to his kids and family. We're not glorifying negativity. We're more than just street guys. That's an understatement. We're men of honor, and the code no matter our financial status. Bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind, no protective custody."
This call is from a federal prison.
Say what, bro?
I said, I know you're real, but if you need anything, you know I got you.
You know, I appreciate it. You know, thought that count,
Yeah, yeah. I know how that be, bro. It don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved our money. Except for that first time. Once it was that, it was that. Once it was like then, it was everything was his.
Yeah. I still got these same. I came up here like, shit, where you from? What you got going? I been to it,
Man, what? The PC? Hey.
They thought they thought a computer, you hear me? Downstairs, they be like, man, you know you, man, send me upstairs. Whatever it is, I got to tap to it. Nah, for sure. Can't go no more PC coming out.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he used Pi for 5 days straight. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free. Day 2, he
because Lil Durk was offered protective custody following the latest incident inside his jail cell block, but he denied it. This got the attention of Charleston White, who shared he was happy this was happening.
This is a real victory because it is a demonic force. It was a dark force. It was a dark energy that came down from Chicago and spread throughout America. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
However, DJ Academics believes that Durk shouldn't have released that phone call.
With all due respect to whoever 900 brother is, again, with all due respect to you, the guy's fighting for his life. I get it. Maybe for whatever reason, which I still think would be a dumb reason, let's say that Durk wants to address the people. You know how you put this out? You say, yo, Durk, we on. You let him say what he's saying to the public, and you cut it off. We don't need to hear that back and forth. Because a lot of this audio kind of feels like maybe this wasn't how Durk wanted to first communicate with everybody in the world. Out, even if you think it's in good faith, yo, we don't move off money, nah, blah blah blah. It don't sound right. It don't sound right, brother.
However, we saw the feds investigate the lyrical back and forth between Quando Rondo and Durk, which led to the Lil Pop incident. Because once King Von passed, Quando released a song with the lyric, "Man ran up on me." Then we sprayed him. I'm talking lights out. We do the dash in that Durango, jumped out with that pipe out. So tell them to pipe down. Instead of Durk responding with a diss track back right away, he allegedly planned out the hit on Quando Rondo that took out Lil Pop. With the plan set into action, Durk let them know he was coming after them, rapping, "They like Durk. He a singer. He won't do something. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit."
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper.
However, what's interesting about OTF Jam is that he was one of the most loyal members of OTF. The only reason he began snitching on them was because only 2 months after his initial release from prison, he was arrested again. Rather than spending more time in prison, he decided to just snitch on Lil Durk and OTF. But what makes it even worse is that Durk looked out for Jam, paying for a crib and a car.
Yeah, because you just came home not too long ago, like when you come home.
I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year. 12 years flat.
12 years?
Like 12 years. Did my time. Ain't told on nobody.
Right.
Ain't no on my name.
Like, how did you even get linked in with just OTF period?
That shit. Yeah. This ain't no
people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail.
Because he's super solid, but he's like, you know what I'm saying? He said, Jam get out that jam and give him 50. He ain't got to ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to ask. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
On top of that, Dirk handed him $50,000.
You know what's name, but steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
In the middle bro. See that?
Feed
For my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. This too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did off?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your leg bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
But it's not all bad. Despite all this concerning evidence, we heard this from a professional lawyer. Kodak Black's attorney, Bradford Cohen, says Lil Durk has a chance to beat the King Von and Quando Rondo revenge case unless OTF testifies against him. He says, I'm hesitant to say they have a slam dunk case on Dirk Banks. I think they have a long way to go to prove the conspiracy against him.
When it's in one text that says, don't have them associate my name with any kind of flights that they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, that in itself doesn't stand on its own. Certainly it's circumstantial. But like I said, we have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. Because he could be blaming, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff. And he's like, hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all. You can look at that a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, a slam dunk case on Dirk Banks.
Kodak's lawyer even mentioned when he thinks Dirk will be released, assuming no one snitches on him.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. That they're taking. Certainly that's not a good text, but is that the only text? Because that doesn't, that in itself doesn't stand. I have to wait and see what other evidence they have. If they have a snitch, if they have videotapes or audio tapes of him saying something, I think that's a lot different than, hey, just make sure you don't associate my name with these guys. Because he could be blaming, Grant or one of these other guys and saying like, hey, these guys are going to do some crazy stuff. And he's like, hey, listen, make sure it doesn't associate with me at all. You got a million different ways. So I'm hesitant to say that they have, a slam dunk case on Dirk Banks.
Kodak's lawyer even mentioned when he thinks Dirk will be released, assuming no one snitches on him.
So it all depends on the hunger of the U.S. attorney and the AUSA that's involved. And if they want this individual badly enough, they'll make very attractive deals for these individuals. What does a very attractive deal look like? I think they go for the lowest hanging fruit. Whoever, didn't actually guy, maybe someone that was involved that didn't actually, or someone that, but it didn't hit, they're going to have forensics. Yeah. So they'll take whoever is the least culpable. And I think that they'll approach him and make a deal with him. That'll be the most attractive. And if that guy doesn't make a deal, they'll move on to the next guy. So usually that's what happens, right? You go for the lowest hanging fruit first, the guy that you think will flip, the guy that didn't really have that much involvement. And I think what also is interesting with the indictment is it wasn't just money. They're like, oh, it could have been money or it could have been career advancement.
Tim gets shot twice, ends up with a colostomy bag.